everybody. I am currently just getting stuff all set up, so give me just a moment and you'll see all the details. Get my chat popped out so I can see what people are saying. Let my other socials know what's going on. All that good stuff. Yep. Glad to see anybody who's here. Hope your day is going well while I try and figure out everything and make sure I'm posting to all the sites. I've also got to let my brother know so that he can... Oh, hey, Hack. I see you there. Good to see you again. Looks like you're coming through nice and clear. Got about 5 minutes or so before everything gets started. So I'm just gonna... So sorry if I'm a bit quiet. Like I said, just gonna keep notifying folks that I have stuff going on. Make sure to stretch. That's a good idea. Honestly, I've had some upper neck and shoulder junk that's been annoying. Hey Avery, good to see ya. How's it all rolling? Yeah, the human body is just a weird mishmash of cords and muscles, and they all do strange things to each other in conjunction. So I totally understand. Here is nice. Hey Frost. Yep. Made it in. Nice. You made it in. Glad to be back from my doll convention. I got a bunch of good stuff. I've also now that I've got back from my doll convention, I've been trying to rearrange all my shelving in my room. Because, I added new doll things, so I gotta take all my doll stuff down and then redistribute it and change up the scenery. Yeah, I'll have to see definitely have to see who's gonna win today. See what sort of fun requests you guys have planned for me. Got 15 responses to our request stream thing today. Get my spinner roll fixed. Oh, down a bit? Got about 3 more minutes before we can start. Yeah, I don't know why. Must just be maybe folks forgot to put stuff in. And this thing, and just so folks know, this request stream thing is open all throughout the thing. So if you realize, oh crud, I forgot to put stuff in, it's never too late. It's open all throughout the stream. Hey Corey, hey Miss Spiffy, good to see you guys here. Yep, and if you aren't a patron yet, feel free to join and try your luck. That's a good way to put it. We've got 2 minutes before we can get going. Got 9 folks hanging out in stream. Good to see you all. All right, 1 minute countdown. Do a drum roll. But yeah, we got about a minute left, and then we'll start. See who our first lucky winner is. Yeah, honestly, you are better at promotion of my stuff than I am. I am pretty bad at self-promotion, mostly because I find marketing work very boring. I do a lot of marketing stuff for my parents' business and things, and so I end up very burnt out on trying to self-promote myself a lot of times, which is bad. I should do better, but I can't change my internal, what's it called? You guys know what I'm trying to say. But anywho, it's time to start. I will go ahead and bias. That's a good idea. That's the right word. Let me just transition over to our stream, to my computer, and let's take a look at who we got first. All right. So I'm refreshing. Looks like we now have 16 responses, so we'll just up this a little bit. And let us spin our random wheel. Woohoo! Okay. Looks like number 4 is our first victim of the day. So let's see who number 4 is. Hey, Scuzz! Looks like you are our first looks like you're our first person. And they want post TFTG of the Paradox Ampharos, exceedingly confused and flustered. Your choice of outfit. Okay, let me pull the reference up. Okay. Hey Scuzz, you got picked first. And then I drew this one for that 20. Ooh, pulled pork is lovely. I hope it was good pulled pork too, the nice juicy kind. Some people I find make pulled pork and forget to add enough juice to it. It just ends up so dry, like it's almost sucking the moisture out of you. But okay, we're looking for a post. I'm gonna open this image in a new tab just because I need to be able to resize it a little bit so I can put it in the corner. Yeah, all right. And we want to you wanted a post TF in any any choice of outfit. So let's start by getting the pose good. And whoops, wrong way. Wrong way. Get this corner. So we're not overdrawn or underdrawn. Turn that off of the background onto layer 0. And I'm going to add a couple layers. Hey Azure, good to see you here. We're getting ready and got our first victim over in the corner, which is a Paradox Ampharos. So, yeah, Procreate does have a bit of an issue with getting like the selected stuff kind of blurry. Let's turn the opacity down a bit because we want to be able to use this more as a sketch layer than anything. And I'm kind of almost thinking, because they're like a robot, I'm almost kind of thinking sort of futurist, sort of like a retro futuristic vibe. I think that'd be cute. Let's get some sort of pose going first, though. Like, so we've got sort of, I don't know why, but I am feeling rough at the moment. Feeling rough. Like, okay. I'm gonna start by getting this girl in sort of a semi pinup pose. Not like extremely pin-up-y, but just kind of cutesy. And we got this leg like this. Maybe it's like she's sort of floating. Ooh, geez Louise. Okay. Feeling rough in drawing at the moment, just a little bit. Like, I'll be honest, I kind of have not. I was too busy focusing on other stuff, and so my drawing is a little bit out of sync. Gotta retrain the brain. So let's get started on doing that by focusing on this pose here. Then we do want to keep sort of that like pear-shaped dragon-y stance that Ampharos has. So let's make sure she's got a good belly. I'm gonna scooch you guys over here just a little bit so I can see it easier. All right. Then you get these feet. I'm kind of envisioning it as like a very soft, like sort of soft metal almost. Like, sort of that sleek Apple design setup. That's what I'm thinking. That might be a bit too long. scooch that down a little bit, yeah. Yeah, where? Okay, I'm gonna put you over in another corner so that I can see you easier. There we go. Select, deselect, then add this one over here. In almost right now, they're almost kind of reading ML like My Little Pony-ish, but we'll fix that up. And let's make these legs more chunk of a leg, because we want to focus on almost like toyetic design for this, so it kind of, it's like part toy almost. But then that's how a lot of my robots end up. I tend to take more inspo for robots from what's it called? From like those kids toy robots than I do from like Mecha or Gundam. Now, let's focus on this upper section, because this is where I was falling apart a little bit before. Now we want some boobs added on, and keep a decently human upper bit. Yeah, smooth, rounded edges. Zoom out a bit, make sure everything's still staying in proportion. I could push this more. Let's make it more angled and larger, because that feels right, you know? Because we're gonna kind of go, you know, building off of original Ampharos. That's the, which, let's get some reference images of that too. Ampharos. Misspelling it horribly. All right. And then continue this curve and line of action. Wrong way. And make sure this head is the right shape. I've been having a pretty good summer. It's been nice, and it's been getting warm recently, but not horrible. Not horribly so, you know? And we got this sort of curve going on in the neck. Let's mimic that in the rest of the neck design. Then these ears are funky. Well, let's put the pearl on first, sort of give a good location for figuring out where everything else is on the face. Go. And give it a cute little smile. These are probably going to be really janky ears, but I promise I will fix them in the edit. Because I want to focus on this hair. And getting it nice and fluffy. So. Yeah. Let's see about mirroring poses. We want figuring out where the arms go is the next issue. Let's put one down and one up. Sort of like, yeah. I kind of feel the head is too big in proportion wise. Let me try shrinking it down a bit. Yeah, that feels better. I have to scooch it over a little bit so it's not like off center, but that's a better size head. Feels less out of proportion. Now, I'm keeping the arms pretty human, if simply because the arms for a Ampharos are literally just paddles. They're like little flaps. Hell, if we wanted to, I could be lazy. We could make like the palms just flaps. That'd be might be an interesting design. But no, I drew them as claws, so we're gonna keep them claws. Doot, doot, doot. Keep them as robo claws. Doo, 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 doo. Making very loose arms and elbows. And there we go. Now we need a cute fit, and I kind of wanted a retro futury fit. I'm envisioning sort of like Jetsons dress almost. So like sort of that fun, shapy 60s vibe that these dresses have. But let's look a little bit more. Let's get some more inspiration. I kind of like this one over here. This purple one. It's not a great photo, but like, yeah, a little, or something like this. That'd be neat. Okay. Because I like the idea of a very swoopy, sort of circular, almost robotic shape, you know? Plus, one of the fun things about these curves is that they're very cute for like defining roundness. Let me add that little like stereotypical, like, Jetsons trim. That sort of puffy trim. That's cute. And then I do like the little slightly popped collar. It'll show off that neck vibe, those necks. I don't know why words are hurting today, but they are just a little bit, so please bear with me as I try and figure them out. But yeah. Then got a zipper lined out. Gonna want something sort of like a zipper over this way. Accent the curve with a little bit of piping. And then under the dress as well. Here we go under, and then kind of curve out to show the curvature of the dress. And then let's do cut off sleeves with a cute collar. All right. And then kind of tempted to do a little bit of a cute hair accessory. Unsure on the full large color, but something jitterbuggy. Okay. Yeah, something just like that. Then we can kind of show off some more mechanical details here on the arms. Whoosh, whoosh. I think it's sort of another large circle. Hello, girl persona. Nice to see you here. We're doing art for my Patreon members and anybody who feels like signing up to my Patreon. We're pulling requests off of a list. Then let's get some of this hair in here. Now, if I'm referring back to this, it kind of is supposed to be more like a mane, but we're gonna ignore that for the time being. Just make it more of a cute do. I think a little bit of overlap here is nice. Like she's done it up. Floofed it out a bit intentionally. And let's get a little bit of erasing in. Let's see. Okay. Maybe some little cute, just a little bit of shoulder, Jetsony shoulder cuffs. And then This tail. Gotta accentuate the shape we got going on. Make it kind of look like a tail that's trailing out. Almost like she's sort of hovering with it, I think. In which case, let me pull this out a little further. Strengthen that shape. There we go. My perhaps the ears are under. It's a mecha TF. Well, it's a robot TF. Sort of Paradox Pokemon style. See if I can find good ways to add some more of these in. Add some cute little like bands almost, like little shoes and some eyeliner or bow in the tail, maybe. Yeah. I can definitely do some eyeliner. Because zoom out. Man. Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of distracted, girl person. Otherwise I would get that to ya. Okay. Let me take a look. See what I'm thinking about this. Okay. Not unhappy with it. I almost feel like I need to pull this leg further behind. Do some last minute adjusting. Oh, Control T. Like, lengthen it a bit. Put it behind. Nah, that's better. I'm not all the way happy with it. But I also know we're running out of time. We've only got so much time to spend on different things. I can also tune it up after the stream. Okay. But yeah, I think we're gonna call it here for this one. And move on to our next victim. So let's just pull up all of our reference stuff. And done. Let's see who else is here. If anybody's put any last minute stuff in. Looks like nope, we still got 16. I did refresh, so. And girl person, if you're looking for it, if you scroll back just a little bit, there should be a link to a Google form that you fill out to get to enter your request. Okay. Looks like lucky number 7. Who was our seventh victim number 7? And it is Kuji. 2-headed chocolate bunny tar. If not comfortable, 1 head is fine too. Keep the blue one. Okay, okay. See if we can. See if this will show up, because sometimes the Discord links don't work. Yeah, see, this content is no longer available. Is Kuji in stream? Ooh. I'm not seeing him. So let me just go ahead and give him a quick ping on the Discord and see if we can. Oh, nope. Kuji. Your reference link doesn't work. Please send me your ref. I think I know the one that they were they wanted, because they were showing off some art that they made of this double-headed chocolate bunny tar. So let me see if I can, because I do want, yeah, thank you, I think that's, yeah. I'm gonna open this in, because yeah, I think this is the one they're talking about. So let's go based on that, and I hope we can manage this. So, all right, get a bun drawn. I'm gonna go for more of a posed chocolate bunny. Or, well, let's just look at a regular rabbit first. Okay. Want to keep it fairly contained. There's some cute bunnies. Why is it only like showing me half the thing? Dang. Alright. Anywho. So let's zoom in a bit first so I don't end up drawing too big. Because that's one of my problems, is I'll zoom out and I'll draw too big. Now, rabbits are very loafy. They tend to loaf a lot. Although in this one they're kind of also just a little loafy and chocolatey. So let's see if we can bring both aspects in. We got these good feet. Very fun rabbit feet. Little toe beans. Rather, they got the nice two-tone coloring. Then bunnies sort of have this like dewlap here. And they like to get cozy. So let's sort of a nice, a basic bunny shape. Although in this case it's a big old chocolate one. And sort of like a tulip bud shaped tail situation that they got going on. Whoops, too big. I'm gonna build out this dewlap to be very gooey. Because fun and melty seems to be the theme of this chocolate rabbit. Put this other foot over here. Then I've got two bodies stuck here on top. Let's make this a little smaller. And we also got both kind of soft bodies. Let's see if I can add this second one in. I feel like they should be like almost completely attached. Well, not like completely attached, but like this bit of the torso is real close, I think. So they're one's kind of, I'll have one pose kind of looking out at the audience and one pose kind of like peeking around. Go. Awesome. Glad to see you. Glad to hear that. Can't wait to see what you put in if it gets pulled. I'm almost kind of tempted to like have this one be like waving, like hi. Oh, we are visited by the glorious Mistopheles. She is up here on the computer desk, coming to say hi, and be upset that I have removed her cat bed onto the floor. So, know that your stream comes at her. Let's put this one down and have this one waving hi. Yeah, that works better, pose-wise. And have this one maybe sort of waving high on the other end. There we go. I'm gonna turn the opacity further down and do some more sketch work on top of here. Okay, here we go. Now, we want a cute little bunny face. Well, first let's put a neck onto the body. Then the good thing about rabbit faces, at least cartoonified ones, are they're kind of sort of similar to just a regular old anime face. You just need to move things around a bit. Just a little bit. It's like, sure, they have muzzles, but they're very, like, short muzzles. Get a little buck tooth in there. Get the cheeks maybe a little chubbier than normal. They got the cat mouth, kinda, yeah. Speaking of, Stoffels has left us. We are Stoffel-less. Oop, that's way too wrong. Hello, Electro-Listo. Good to see ya. So the requests that I'm doing are for my patrons, and so anybody who's a $5 patron can get a submission put into our submission list, and I spin a wheel to see who gets picked. So it's not just free form, because otherwise I'd be here all night. Nope, I don't take any cat like I don't do any other stream bits and stuff. It's just be a patron for $5 and you get your name put into the form. So, yep. Pretty happy with that. Let's get some cute ears going on. They're almost, I think it's like supposed to be part bunny, part Eevee, almost. Because I can see like sort of the Eevee ear tips and shape, so I'll respect that. And add some goopy hair coming through. I don't think it's from Adventure Time. I think it's a character they came up with. So, yeah. And looks like this character has a little collar situation going on with a little heart on it. I'll get that in there, as well as some very cute little fluffies, because rabbits have a thing called a dewlap. All right. Then let's get this arm in here. Gonna keep it semi-cartoony here. Again, more goo. I'm definitely trying to keep the overall vibe of this soft, because that's something that Kuji's art is really good at. They're good at having a nice, very soft style, very squishy. Like, you kind of feel like you could almost pick their characters up and make them squeak. So I want to keep that very cutesy, soft look. Yeah, they're pokeable. Very pokeable. Ooh, that sounds like a fun endeavor. I have barely trained my cats. Well, I'm just gonna say it. My little boy has started to become a bit of a menace. Specifically a menace to paper bags and anything of the sort. Because he will just, if it's in my room and it's not put away somewhere he can't reach, he will find that paper bag and tear it the heck up. Just immediate destruction. I have to actually go purchase a new bathroom trash can soon because he's been tipping it over. And just causing a mayhem. And this one's got sort of a lighter belly spot. There is indeed an Undertale on my computer. I have quite a lot of games on my computer. There's my games. He is addicted to crushing the paper and biting it. Pull that back up for references. Now, obviously, details are going to be slightly omitted at the moment while we get everything done up. And then this guy seems a little shyer, so let's get his face in. Still smiling, but chill smile. And then one side of his face is completely gooped. So this eye you cannot see. That's a bit too sad, but yeah, there we go. And then let's get his neck in. And he's got a scarf going on. I got really good at drawing scarves because of Undertale, actually. I had a Undertale fan blog during the Tumblr popularity hype, and I essentially RP'd as a random background character, and I gave them a scarf because it looked cute. So I learned how to draw scarves and poncho-y neck type things really well, or decently quickly at least. We can debate on whether it's actually good drawing or not, but I knew how to do it quick because I had to draw it a lot. Let's get this rabbit's have the arm sort of tucked underneath. Make sure to emphasize this. Ooh. Okay, let's shape that better, because sort of envisioning him just sort of like wrapping his arm around him. Or I should probably pull this arm up a bit. And have this other arm, have him like looping his hand around. Yeah, like that. Like he's resting his arm, one arm in the other arm. That's better. And then, to hide all of our drawing sins, we can just take this scarf and make it a little larger. Genius! All the sins are hidden now. That's part of being a good artist, is learning how to hide your sins. It's right up there with a learning perspective. I'm going to erase some of these background lines. And there we go. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's zoom this opacity up a bit so that they look like they match. And I'm gonna do some really quick little, like, wavy, chocolatey bunny lines. And make sure I get some little shines in there. And this little star thing, it's like a square, and then a star in the center with other little stars around it, which I'm gonna be lazy about for the moment. Lazy, lazy, lazy. I've got the toes in, so I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'll know what I'll be drawing when I get it cleaned up. That's the important bit. As long as I know what I'm drawing, it can be messy. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with that. Sad that Kuji isn't here, but I'm mostly sure that this is what they meant. So, alright. Hopefully they'll get a nice surprise when I post this. Kuji! And now let's see who our next victim is. Oh, of course I need to refresh because, wow, we've jumped up to 18. Done. Let's add our 2 additional requests into the spinner. And spin the wheel. Hey, one of our newbies. Looks like 17 is our winner, which is nice because I just need to add a 1. Go right to number 17. All right, Becca Aaron. All right, let's see what you got for me, Becca. Rosie the Dragon Girl becoming / transforming into a kobold. Alrighty, alrighty. Find out where chat went. Where'd you go? You disappeared. Take a look at these references. V. Okay. Alright. Very fun. That's a little spicy there. I might save that one. Maybe might keep that one. Let's use some of the other references. Yep, you got picked. Lucky you. Okay, so you want her becoming a kobold. Important question for you, girl persona. Do you want the scaly kobold, or do you want the doggy kobold that's famous in the Japanese RPG scene? Either one's good. It's just, what do we prefer? Metamorph / shapeshifter, so long as you get the general idea, you're golden. Okay. Now, scaly kind, okay. I'm gonna have a pose where she's sort of like, I want to focus here in this transformation on the snout becoming a thing, because right now she's, a human with mostly dragony bits. So let's make sure that the dragony bits are becoming much more apparent. Sort of having like almost like she's resting her hand on something here. And like, I kind of want to do like an open mouth thing. And then one leg, have one leg sort of going digigrade, while the other one is just sort of posed behind. And I need to scoochy everything and start drawing smaller again. Scoochy, 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 scoochy. Now, if we're going kind of scaly kobold, one of the interesting bits is that her wings would actually be shrinking, because I think that's one of the big, kobold dragon distinctions. I mean, there are some winged kobolds, so maybe she is still a winged kobold. Okay, yeah, we can keep the wings. It can keep the wings. If you feel like we need more, then feel free to link them. But I think I'm pretty good with what we got. I can see what the deal is. So let's put some meat on these bones. Let's get this a little more opaque. There we go. Ooh, not that one. Not that much. All right. Now, so we got her definitely in a moment of not feeling very good, because her entire face is rejiggering. Rejiggering your face is not a fun time, I imagine. So That's a good concept. And make sure this hand is proportional, because that's important. Get this leg. I want to turn people into bees. Bees can be fun. Now she's got sort of plantigrade dragon feet, so I'm gonna have one still plantigrade and the other one going digitigrade as we speak. And looks like it's a 4-toe situation. Dokie. Been too rotom coated lately. Rotoms are pretty fun. They're pretty fun object. I like they're basically a joke about Ghost in the Machine. You know. It's always good to have a fun pun in a Mon's design. Get this other leg going. A lot more crittery. Yeah. This tail. And then Ridley TF. I only vaguely know about Metroid so it would be interesting to say the least. Have to do a lot of referencing. Then I'm gonna have this hand sort of going more dragony as well. Not very clean at the moment, but none of these streams ever are. I get the basics down on stream, and then tend to use my inking to really clean them up. Now let's get a neck in here and really focus in on this head, because that's going to be one of the trickier parts. Okay, up a bit. And now I'm also going to elongate her ear, make it maybe a little bit more scale, like dragony and scaly. Because we want to also pull pull it into that bit of the face. Like, and let's add some muzzle definition here. Oh, I kind of want to have like a beaky section almost. Huh. Because I'm gonna start by actually like drawing the mouth form, like the space, and then put the flesh around it. 'Cause sometimes that works best for my brain. Get the expression of the mouth in there, and then build the build the things around it. I want to still be able to see her other eye. I mean, they're both going to be like scrunched. Oh, hey! Other cat has joined the fun. His name is Skimbleshanks, and he's a little baby boy who's been naughty and went and knocked over the bathroom trash can a lot. Almost kind of tempted for like a fun like sort of strong yeah. Sort of rhino horn style setup. Maybe make the neck a little longer. Get a couple of scales like pressing through the skin. See if I can make this larger. There we go. That's extremely large. Let's double check the. Okay. I think I want to warp down here a little bit. Actually, let's not warp it. I feel like I need to almost give her a little more meat. Just a little more meat. A little more squish. A little more squidge. There we go. Feels like she has some proper meat on the bones. There we go. Now, see if we can get the outfit going. Outfit and hair. We should focus on hair first. Zoom back in. It looks like she's mostly got a side bit with a little bit poking down, like two. She's essentially got two side parts, like a center part. So she's got two sections And then about mid-back for hair. That's about the right size. Get some more scales going and build out some cleavage. Got a nice deep V-cut dress situation going on. V-cut, like to the extreme so that she can have her wings back there. That's what I'm seeing. Is it like a... It seems to be sort of a torn bit right here. Let's make sure that the dress looks three-dimensional, because that's important. We need to have some of the dress be pulling up, will be going behind as well. Then I got some cuff sleeves. Just sort of a poncho that's tied at the waist and a deep V front back. Okay. Making things a little more spiky because I can. I'm almost kind of, yeah, let's pull some like fun, large, scaly details into this leg to make it definitely more monstrous, you know? I'm gonna pull some of this hair back a little bit actually, so that I can put some good emphasis on this nose growing out. And add in sort of like these glove sections. This bit has a glove section as well. Okay, take a look at that. Oh, well. Guess that one didn't want to proc. That one either. It's all good. There we go. Okay. Gotcha, gotcha. That is a bit better of a setup. Yeah, that's a. Honestly, it looks like the feet here are also a little bit okay. It looks like these feet are also a little long and already a touch digitigrade. So I'm gonna redo this foot here. That, and I think it makes the lines flow a little better. Over here is where the snake tattoo would be, and we're not going to be seeing a lot of it just because of the way I positioned her, so I'll put that snake tattoo over there. Get that all, make this less tattery, more in just a the long curvature that it is. Add a little bit of that siding and lacing detail. So it looks like there is at least one connector over the hips. And this goes actually a little bit down further. But we got some detailed lacing up here into the straps. And then this bit probably should be like somewhere back here. We'll just shade that in. Let's hop to some wing stuff. Now, I know these are the way that I'm drawing them currently, they're definitely too small to fly, but you know, we're gonna ignore that for the time being. She's getting smaller in general. She's becoming sure she's a winged kobold, but she's little. She's little. You know? And well, maybe I'll increase the height a bit. That'll work. Do. And we got some general strong wing bone action going on. Let's get that. Are we hiding the other one behind her? Maybe a little bit. But we're just getting stuff kind of generally mapped out. Now, last but not least, let's get these little gauntlet-y things. Or greaves, or yeah, greaves is the right word. Go. Almost want the greave to have busted off over here. Like, could not manage. So I'm gonna put it on the ground, sort of like some crumpledy bits. And zoom out a touch. I think that's a good stopping place. What do you think, girl persona? I'm gonna put your name here. Awesome. Calling that done for the moment. And we'll see who is our next victim. Alright, number time. Let's just check to make sure we don't have anybody else who's randomly popped up. Nope, still 18. And spin the wheel. Move your butt. Stop. Move your butt. Kitten. My cat has just decided to walk right across. And it looks like we have number 9 as our victim this time. Ah, I see what you say about the horns. I'm gonna leave it as is for the moment being. Because that's not something I can really... Gotta keep stuff flowing. Looking at the... Looks like our next person is Corey. Corey Volpe. And you're asking for Corey in the middle of turning into an Alolan Vulpix. Only ask is that instead of the puff on top of the head, his hair is simply beginning to form curls. Okay, okay. Alolan Vulpix. Choo, choo, choo. Alright. Look at Corey's ref, which I'm pretty sure I've seen before, but it's always good to have in the background. There we go. Got ourselves a Corey. And some Alolan Vulpix ref. It's so baby. It's one of my favorites. Legitimately. One of my favorite Pokemon. And yeah, you finally won one, Corey! Huzzah! Good for you. Alright. Let's have Corey going this way instead of other way. Because otherwise we'll have everybody facing the same way. I think what I want to do here is, so we have him sort of in the middle of becoming a lowland Vulpix tar. Have him definitely a very kind of unbalanced pick is what I'm thinking. That's too big again. Gotta zoom in. That's out. Now we get this sort of bean body. Get the bean. I'm gonna have like 3 out of the 4 legs fully formed is what I'm thinking. Like, this one's still going to be kind of a nubbin. And Corey's body is kind of posed like he's still trying to figure out where the body's new nerve signals are connecting. And my cat is knocking shit over. Hold on. Stop. No. Do not knock the dolls over. Okay, sorry about that. I've got my room kind of torn apart a little bit because, like I said, I'm rearranging my shelves. And so everything's on the floor while I figure out, you know, how I want things to look and all that sort of jazz. So Kitten is taking full advantage of this time to do kitten crimes. Gotta just do my best to keep the most delicate of the things away from Crime Kitten. Alright. We'll go into a higher layer. No, Kitten. Leave it alone. This is not a toy shelf. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. One moment. Alright. Hopefully, kitten crimes have been thwarted. I need to get him one of those, like, treat puzzles, because he is getting into everything. I think that might help. Rotten little man. Rotten little man. Pokemon limbs are a lot chunkier than people often think. Sort of the hallmark of the style. It's not quite what I want. Also a little bit beanier than not beanie enough. Got sort of a that sort of shape. There we go. And then you go for a sort of blob paw situation that's in the midst of being grown. I've found the trick to movement lines, especially like growing or shrinking movement lines. It's middle one big, and the two other ones short. That's how it works. Because like I would have so much trouble with drawing action lines, because they never looked right to my brain. And so once I figured that out, though, that really helped. Okay, we add the little dainty cuffs. Let's get this tail foof roughed in here. Kind of almost want it to be like overlapping a bit, or at least one of the tails to be overlapping a bit. And I may need more space. Whoop. Increase the spice. Where is the yes button? There it is. Control T. Decrease that back white layer. Yep. There we go. Too big. Alright. Let's get some good poof in here. Some nice cloudy poof. And like I said, just a little bit of a overlap is what I think would be cute. Good to see you here, Shapeshifter. Don't worry, we'll refresh the thing once I get done with this one. All right, now Corey, we're drawing the U. Do you want this outfit to be torn, or are you feeling more just like it was a magical happenstance type of deal where the clothes disappear for the lower body disappeared? Torn? Okay, cool. All right. So let's go ahead and get some shredded pants remnants on top here. Put some whole things where the jeans used to be. See if I can draw in just a quick little back pocket. Kind of want it like the front pocket the front stuff would probably be mostly intact because I'm thinking that your front bit didn't change too much, or I'm almost trying to like why I am not having a good time with this front, and the reason I'm not is because I am doing a bad job at angles. So give me a moment. This bit is definitely going to overlap. That's where pecs would be. Get a full picture of everything. Okay. And sort of a look over this way is what I think we're wanting, or something like that. Okay, let's look in deep at the pose. I'm screwing stuff up. The brain is being slow tonight, guys. Okay, this should be bigger because it's closer to us. And this should be further away. His head is mostly right. I just need to do the neck connections correctly. And that's where I'm getting tripped up here. Because This is where this neck would connect in. And this shoulder needs to be down just a little bit, but not too far. Because we want a little bit of that shock and surprise. There we go. That's better. That's better general posing. I'm gonna put a little tiny cap on there. Control Z. Let's zoom into this face. Get it all cleaned up. I need you to be a pen. And I need to switch things manually. Hold on. There we go. I'm also going to give you some fun Vulpix ears, Corey, if you're not opposed. Sort of cute and out to the side, I think. I really do like Kimono, like a Kimono Mimi and other characters with animal ears on human faces. I do kind of like them where they're drawn more out to the side than up top sometimes. It's just cute. It makes a lot of sense to me, at least. Let's put a nose and some eyes in here. Let's get your face back first so I know I'm drawing it right. What do you guys think about ear placement on anthros and other things of the like True. Towards the top isn't bad either. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I kind of enjoy it as a design trope. Huh. It's weird that, like, honestly, I read it out to the sides as more monstery to me, but to each their own, I suppose. If you, Corey, if you do want, I can switch this up so that it's more towards the top of the head. Just let me know and I'll switch it up. Okay, I'll switch it up then. It's all good. Let's get your hair in. Get a little curl in, some curl in your bangs. We don't want to get it too curly just yet. We'll leave the curl more down here in the bottom. Let's see. Scoot. Nope. I need you to scooch out. Thank you. The stream goes until 8 at night, 8 p.m. Pacific time. So got about an hour and 15 minutes. Got a while yet. There we go. Lengthen the bangs a bit. Indeed, still a chance. Let's get some clothes on you. That'll help. I kind of want to make a third layer for clothes. Let's clean up a little bit, just a little. Erase this background bits. I don't super need anymore. Make this a little more transparent. And do some clothy bits on top. And clothes, and maybe define your fingers a bit more. Okay, so let's. Ooh, that is way bright. Pull it down to 50. Get your t-shirt in here. And pull this like jacket up here and pull it around. Then we get these long sleeves in. And have some fun getting these arms defined better. Because right now they're a mess. Ooh, that is too big. Way too big. Yeah, 800 pixels, not gonna be a good plan. There we go. That's better. There we go. Put this, make sure this is in front of everything. And giving you a little bit of claw. Not a lot, but enough to be a little bit inhuman. Yeah. Claw is very good. Do full pixes have paw pads? Let me check. I'm not seeing official artwork. Well, maybe. Seems like there's maybe one big seems like they maybe have like one paw pad. So we're just gonna go with that. Just sort of one little paw pad. And let's crinkle this bit up, because it is a rougher material. Get this. Hand done up. Now we're going to want to kind of splay these fingers out. So I might like get a little dramatic with it. And this is where this paw pad comes in. Yeah, we can always say the rest haven't grown in yet. That's a good point. Get your glasses drawn in as well. You know, considering that I'm a glasses wearer myself, I should be better at drawing glasses, but I'm not sometimes. Sometimes it works. I just get kind of rough with it. Like, my glasses just look okay. Alright, let's erase little bits here and there that don't work with the image. And then go back to this layer, erase some of the bits on here so that it reads cleaner. Go. Need to add a couple more details in here. Number one, I need to clean that bit. Maybe actually bring it forward a little and add these little chest pockets. Then bump that up a bit. Gonna do a little bit of cleanup real quick here on this one in general too, just to get rid of the background stick figure. Okay. And I think I'm gonna call that good. What do you think, Corey? That looked like a good mid TF. I'm glad you love it. Alright, let's put your name on it. And pick our next victim. Alright. Oh, looks like we're up to 19. So let's hit done. Add that extra number. And spin the wheel. Alright, number 5. Who is lucky number 5? Looks like it is Avery. Awesome. It says my Avery B hypnotizing Ved, the one on the right of the 2-character photo, but wearing the left person's outfit minus the wrapping on the arms. Into another B-tar like her. Probably mid to late TF. Also, if you could add Mandible to Avery, I forgot them in my original request. I'll be honest, Avery. We might have to simplify this down a bit. Because I know the design for your B-tar, and it is lovely, but it is also rather complex to do on stream. So, looks like these are our human characters. And oh, okay. I think I could do maybe like a kind of like a close-up pose of both people, like chest up versus doing the whole design, because like I said, it's a lovely design and I enjoy it, but at the same time it's a bit too complex for this stream, especially if I was going to try and do 2 of them. So let me just find a space and we'll get started on that. Here's probably perfect. All right. So the Ved is on the right of the 2-character photo. So this here is Ved with the blonde hair, but you want Ved wearing this outfit. Okay. And then have Avery's original design right here. So let us go ahead and get started on some like mid-torso stuff. And we're hypnotizing, so I'm imagining them very... I'm kind of imagining like a clingy... Because Avery's got six arms. Well, not 6, 4 arms to hold our character. So, to hold the other characters. So let's give a beginning of a muzzle. And got some decently large boobs on the other character. I'm kind of wanting, like, this character being caressed and held tight. Like, here's this person's arms, sort of like in front, and Avery's got them. This top set of arms is gonna be holding here, while this bottom set is gonna go around. Maybe pull them a little closer. No antlers on Ved? Okay. Maybe closer and a little more tilted. There we go. Keep that in mind. And then one arm caressing the face as it's changing, and there's a back arm sort of like holding the back of the head is what I'm thinking. That's my thought. Okay. Let's turn the opacity down. Let's get this over to the side so I can actually see my references. Start with Avery. Oh, wait. I'm thinking sort of a smirk going on. Don't worry, Kuji. We got you. We kind of assumed some stuff, but we got you. What do you think? Is that what you were envisioning? We tried to. We were kind of guesstimating what you wanted, but I hope that works for you. Then let's get your eyeballs in. I think your nose is maybe, I drew your nose maybe a little too long. You want a nice you should be able to post the link here I just am not sure. I'm probably not going to be able to go back and fix it if it's a big deviation. So, I'm sorry. Yeah, these are the guys that we drew for you. I don't know if you're here on the if you can see the stream, but we did do those too. See, here's your buns. It's all good. Just for next time, Discord links kind of self-detonate after like a day. So feel free, if you want to send me something on Discord, just DM it to me, and then I can just DM it to me, and then I can go ahead and note it in your reference thing, and I can tell you when it's when it's your turn. I got the buttons, yes. Okay, back on track. Avery, you want not Avery, Avery. I'm correct. Okay. Do you want the stereotypical kind of swirly hypno eyes? Or do you want something else? All right. Let's go ahead and get this hair. I generally don't look at the stream requests until the actual stream. So that's why sometimes I'll see something. I'll only be able to have time to mention it when we're actually at the stream. If you guys ever feel curious as if your things are a bit too detailed, feel free to just send me the description, and I can let you know, hey, sorry, that's probably a bit too much, or no, that should be fine, type of deal. Now, got sort of a 3 spike going on. Now, let's get these arms fleshed out. We want this arm here. And sort of droopy. And this bee arm on top of it, holding it. This bit's fuzzy, so we can just put some fuzz there. And let's get some little knuckle bits in. Okie doke. That's that bit. And of course, I got some, you know, quick marking indicators so I don't forget them. This arm on the back. And get that fuzzy bee section on. Now let's get started on her face here. Get her nose also. Her nose is pushing out. Just sort of a little out of it. Oops. Let's back up. Yeah, feel free to draw along. And yeah, Discord, not exactly the best for this. For showing off links. Let's get her hair vaguely in shape. Zoom out a bit. She's got a lot of hair right up front, which is a fun style. And got a little side part. Let's put an ear starting to lengthen. A little bit of fur poking out. And this outfit is just generally a t-shirt. So let's get that on. Little t-shirt's gonna be all crumpled up under the bottom. Looks like she's got a decent amount of fluff already. Not super long, maybe a bit shorter than what I'm drawing currently. Let's get some relaxed and sleepy brows going on. Yeah, I'm liking that so far. Let's get the other arms in. So many arms this time. Real quick, back onto Avery so I can double check that I'm on the right layer first. And get these B stripes in. Okay. We want get the hands in the right position because we want to be able to show off the transformation as well as the sort of control aspect of this. We want to be able to see the person's expression. As well as the sort of possessiveness of the hypno. Basically, they're getting nice and close up in there. Okay, I think that's pretty good for that hand. Still, you know, still shows off the expression. I'm gonna add a couple little, like, whirlamagigs as she's being hypnoed. And then a final sort of clutch for that last arm back here, I think. I kind of want to see if I can. Let's push the sleepy. That's better. That definitely increases the sleepiness. And let's increase increase the eyelash here. Lower it down just a bit, make it a bit more focused. Okay. I think that's good. I think that's where I'll leave it for now, if you're all good with that, Avery. Hey, a high wind straw. I don't see you chatting here very often. Nice to meet you. Alright. I'm glad you like it. Let me just go ahead and we can slide on over to probably the last one for the night. You know, just based on how long this usually takes me. Oh, mandibles. Yes, I forgot. Mandibles. You did ask for mandibles. Let me see if I can add some in. Now, did you have a specific ref for mandibles you were wanting, or are you down with me just going ham? Looking for it. Do a little cleanup right here while we're waiting. Well, while you're looking, I'm gonna roll the wheel for our last one, and we can come. And once you find it, I'll come back and do the mandibles. All right, let us take a look. See. Ooh, lucky unlucky 13. Let's see who that is. Looks like it's Zelo. Nice. Nice. Okay. Looks Avery just DM'd me the mandibles. I see what she means. Okay. Let me put these refs in, and I will go ahead and do that. Control V. These are for Zelos. Cute. Very cute. And now, copy image. Oh, not copy. Open link. So Avery wants mandibles like that, which I can definitely do. Get those drawn in real quick. Have them come down from up here. And be sort of part of the jawline, I think. You don't want them to disrupt the smirk too much. More like accentuate it. All right. There we go. Got some mandibles in. Okay. Now let's hop back to Zelo. And we can figure out where to put them. Used up a lot of space, but that's because I draw too big all the time, always. Go. Alright, so casual TFTG into my snow leopard Sona, but female. Alright. Shrink stuff down over here so I can see things. Shrink that down, maybe scooch this over. Drawing big is nice, but I do find that sometimes like makes stuff lag. But yeah, so it looks like the Zelo design for their snow leopard has some big boopable paws. So I think I'm gonna go a bit paw focused. And have one leg sort of contrapposto. Well, let's see, what do we want? What pose do we want? I know Zelo tends to like nice surprises, like character surprised that it's being transformed, but also not unhappy with it, so. Let's go for something sort of like this, I think. Get that big old tail in there. some beginning boobs in as well. Like, there we go. Got one leg more human, definitely. Maybe beginning to change, but not quite there yet. Whereas this other leg is going to be all digitigrade. That seems to be my nice go-to for easily depicting mid-change. You know, some bits are not quite all the way there, but sometimes a fun, nice half and half is good. And we got these big stompers. Big cartoony stompers. Heck, I could make them bigger. That's there we go. Oh, hey, Zelo. You are in chat. Good. Good. You got picked. Then should have one human arm. And one palb. One big palb. Let's get on to a higher level. Let's put some clothes on. We want there to be a definite fall to the shirt. It wasn't quite there before, so we exaggerate that. Let's get the neck in so I don't forget about it, because that would be a crime. And we definitely want the pants to be kind of tight around this chunky thigh. Like maybe a little bit of tearing, not quite all the way torn, but definitely it can be torn in the back because it exploded with those with that big old tail. Let's get this feet beginning to be furry. Like, just starting. And get some big old pobs starting. And yep, cartoony style because we have 3 beans. I'm imagining that these now this is sort of a cutoff here. And I'm gonna do a little boob growth action. Doop, doop, doop. Gotta, okay, draw that first, then that, then that. And this has got a white interior bit. Got some knee tufts going on. And that sort of darker area. Get some spots, as well as drawing these beans in here. Two layers of lineage right here. Add some little claws. A few more spot bits. Back to human Zelo for a moment. I want the cat nose to be in progress. Again, big line, small line, small line. A little bit of eyelashes, because they're cute. And some in progress ears. plus your hair. Ah. Well, it's a cute style, so sorry for misinterpreting it. See if I can't. And turn this into a cute pixie cut. It's in the process of becoming longer, but maybe, who knows? Yeah, let's pull that further. That's not too bad. I'm enjoying where this is going. All right. We got these fingers out here that I think will be in the midst of pobifying. Like, not there quite yet, but like maybe these two are merging back here. Now let's see if I can manage that huge ass tail. This would be big. I'm gonna put it on another layer. Let's go onto this layer so that I don't mess up what I drew below. All right. This also is very exaggerated, but fun. Let's make this a little skinnier up here, actually. Okay. I actually want to pull it back a little bit, surprisingly, because we want to exaggerate. Exaggerate that fun swish. Let me just erase on here a little bit. Glad you're enjoying it so far. That's the main point, you know? Oh, whoops, wrong layer. Okay, maybe. We want this to feel like it's actually coming out of their back. There we go. And let's prettyify it. We got this sort of inky marking that goes about the midway. And then the white underside. Sort of a big circle, medium circles. Well, more like little designs all leading up to this big circle. This big circle is sort of the penultimate. There we go. And I think that's where we'll call it good. Unless there's anything anything you feel it absolutely needs, Zelo. Got about 10 minutes left. Which isn't really enough time for anything big. Well, anything big like that, but you know what I might do? I'm still not super happy with Scuzz's drawing. I think I'm gonna do a quick draw over of my own art to see what I can improve on it. Because, like I said, I'm not super happy with it. So, I think where I'm failing here, I like this upper half. Well, I like most of the upper half. I'm going to do this in a different color so I know what I want to correct. I'm going to redline it. That's what our teachers would always do, is they'd redline the art. So I like in the upper half. And I'm liking this dimension that I got. But I feel like I need to extend the line of action better. So I think this head needs to move more up here. Sort of push the shapes a bit. Hell, I could even move things back a little further. Because essentially we want this shape to be nice and flowy. So we want sort of this leg to follow the curve. We could probably pull this up further. And then have this be a bit more pointy. Like, have this crunchy. And almost maybe move the tail in this sort of direction. Sort of give that definitely more like flying pose. Her dress would probably have to move, but I'll figure that out later. Sorry, Scuzz, I'm kind of feeling a little bit just too... I'm not happy with your art and I want to make it better. Let me pull some of this bit up here. Almost like tilt her a lot. Pre-select, scooch this down a bit. Control Z. All right. I'm thinking something more like this. I swear to God, this thing hates me. Control T. Let's scooch her boobs down this way. Okay. Select, deselect. So this ends up a little bit more superhero-y. We keep this arm sort of where it's supposed to be, and we do still want to bring out that tum because they are a Ampharos. We just want to make the squish a lot more. And then we have this arm up here. Yeah, I think that pose reads a lot cleaner. Gives her a bit more heroic and sci-fi-y action. And then we got this arm. Maybe this arm even a little higher, kind of against her cheek, like, oh. Sort of a pin-up pose, sort of not. Very cute though. We can have the hair also sort of going off this way. This is my Maybe have her smile, have her eyes smiling. And then we can have put that sort of a skirt on her. Yeah. Maybe she has like a leotard on under a transparent skirt. I think that'd be cute. A little bit of space age. Give her some space agey shoulder pads. I almost kind of want to give her like a communication array up here. Sort of like a Vocaloid like headphone set. But I'm not sure if I want how that would work. But Hatsune Miku. Okay, this is a really rough sketch, but I think that flows much better. Maybe I'll like integrate her ears into the headset somehow. All right. And I think that's where I'm going to call it for the night. I'm glad I was able to get that feeling a lot better. Yeah, some sort of leotard space situation. I'm glad you believe in me to make it look better. Because it was looking real rough. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me. I've had a wonderful time. Hopefully these should be up on Friday. Yep, Friday, because I'll work on them at work on Thursday. Hope your guys' weekends go well. And it's been so fun. Just enjoying all the new and interesting things I get to draw because of this stream. Alright. Night, guys.